I knew I was going to meet him when I was coming to the game, and that's like one of my idols, like the GOAT to me. So he's my favorite player of all time.
Your dream come true. You've made so many dreams come true. State Farm knew it had been some time since you'd seen, and like a good neighbor, State Farm.
Caitlin Clark just dropped the names of 6 athletes who actually built her style. One's a total throwback college icon she was borderline obsessed with. There's another who brought her to tears on center court during senior night. Then we get to her personal GOAT. Spoiler: it isn't who's on your mind. Between the logo distance shots and that fearless passing, this list reveals the Clark blueprint. Let's get right into it. We are counting down those 6 names, dissecting what she stole from each, and hitting that wild curveball pick that stunned the basketball community. New to the channel? Sub now. Trust me, you'll see her game in a whole different light. See, Caitlin wasn't just a casual fan growing up. She was a scholar, studying the icons who laid the foundation for the women's game and NBA giants who shifted the sport's axis. And yeah, one college sniper who played with such heat, he turned a 9-year-old kid in Iowa into a deep-range fanatic. Clark's own words? "You can't help but soak up what you watch." She watched everything, then mashed those styles into one massive, original force. Let's start with the low-key influence, Kevin Durant. You won't hear her mention KD as often as the others, but the DNA is there. Durant's entire vibe is being impossible to guard from literally any spot on the hardwood. Threes, mid-range, transition, punishing you no matter how you defend him. Clark plays that same chess match. Give her space, she nails the triple. Tighten up, she just hits the gas. She gets to the rim, shrugs off contact, or zips a pass to a cutting teammate. Being taller than your average guard helps her shoot over hands, punish small defenders, and flip the switch from scorer to floor general. That's pure KD energy. It's not just copying moves, it's about a mindset, being a constant threat that keeps a defense on its heels. That is how you dismantle a game plan before the clock even starts ticking. Durant basically gave her the green light to be a hybrid, a scoring machine who happens to run the whole offense. And before she broke the college record, she lived on his highlights. Pistol Pete didn't just put up numbers, he put on a show. Those no-look dimes, the behind-the-back wizardry, angles that left coaches speechless. That swagger, that grit. The Ponytail Pete nickname was earned, not given. Watch her in the fast break. She fires a laser to the corner before the defense even realizes the ball is gone. That step back into traffic followed by a cold stare at the baseline? That's not just luck, it's that choreographed chaos Maravich mastered. When she finally eclipsed Pete's all-time NCAA scoring record, it felt like more than just some milestone being reached. It was a literal passing of the torch. From the original basketball rebel to today's ultimate playmaker, Maravich gave Clark the guts to go off script, trust her instincts, and turn the game into theater. If you ask her about the GOAT, she points straight at LeBron, not for the dunks, but for the sheer gravity of his control. James's real power isn't just the 40,000 points. It's conducting the offense like a symphony, reading the floor, hunting matchups, and making the perfect play. That's Clark to a T. Sure, she can drop 40, but she'd much rather elevate everyone else on the floor. In her rookie year, she piled up assists, hunted triple-doubles, and treated every possession like a riddle only she could solve. Drive hard, pull in 3 defenders, then whip the ball to a shooter who didn't even know they were open yet. That's LeBron-style basketball right there. I knew we'd meet when I got to the arena, she said. He's one of my absolute idols. To me, LeBron is the greatest ever. Honestly, I don't know. It was just a wild moment. Meeting him backstage and having him go out of his way to wish me luck for the season. He actually keeps up with the WNBA. He watches, he respects the game, and he loves how the Fever and my teammates play. It's just incredible. Oh, I caught that. I missed it before the tip-off, but my phone was blowing up after with people sending it. I was like, no way. I thought it was a prank at first, but he's my favorite. You can't trust anything on the internet these days, right? I was skeptical. I kept thinking, is this actually LeBron? I mean, the photo was clearly me, but the whole thing was just mind-blowing. And then you have that mutual respect, the public nods, the texts, that viral moment where she questioned if it was even his real account. Greatness sees greatness. The Chosen One and the New Phenomenon, both carrying massive expectations and still finding reasons to smile when the pressure is at a boiling point. From LeBron, she learned that the deadliest scorer is often the one who decides to pass. But here is the real curveball. Clark wasn't just looking at the Mount Rushmore names. She was obsessed with Jimmer Fredette. Back when she was 9, she was glued to every BYU game, loop-watching his highlights, wearing the shirt, and mimicking that specific, forward-leaning jumper. Jimmer's NBA run didn't quite land, but his college fire started something. He proved a smaller guard could pull from 30 feet and make it feel like a layup. Fast forward at Carver Hawkeye, Sue Bird brings Fredette onto Sue's places to finally meet Clark. They stage a three-point shootout. Bird picks some absolutely insane spots. Clark sinks a deep bomb from out of bounds, beating Jimmer 3-2, then deadpans. Great hanging with the guys who invented the long ball. Stone cold. Hilarious. Pete-level confidence. Jimmer didn't just show her a path. He gave her permission to break the game with range. You can turn a myth into reality. Naturally, Steph is on that list. Everything about her distance shooting feels like Curry's DNA. The relocation, that lightning-fast release, the casual logo shots. Steph made 30-footers look normal. Clark turned it into an industry for the women's game. But here's the kicker. Curry actually hates the comparison when people pigeonhole her as just a shooter. He's right. Her passing and rebounding, those are elite too. Still, that raw confidence to pull up from anywhere, the mechanics are just purely sustainable. It's the swagger. The hit, the turn, that little grin while jogging back, like physics is just a suggestion. We see it. Curry basically handed her the keys to a new frontier range as a whole system, not some gimmick. Before the logo threes or sellout crowds, this kid in Iowa told anyone who'd listen, Maya Moore is my absolute hero. 4 titles at UConn, 4 rings in Minnesota, 2 gold medals. Her game was complete, selfless, and just felt inevitable. Caitlin didn't just love Maya's scoring. She studied the whole package. Guard skills in a big frame, bullying smaller players, shooting over size, defending wings, and pushing the break. Winning became a habit, not just a headline. State Farm knew you hadn't seen Maya lately, and like a good neighbor, they brought her back. Maya's here. Oh my God. Senior night, March 2024. Carver Hawkeye is rocking. Then, out of nowhere, Maya Moore walks out. Clark just freezes. She's smiling, crying, hugging her idol while the arena goes wild. Later on SNL, she honors the legends. Lisa Leslie, Cheryl Swoops, Cynthia Cooper, Dawn Staley, and Maya. That's not just PR. That is a direct bloodline. Real respect for pioneers who played for tiny checks and no crowds. Clark's just cashing the receipts. She never forgets who paved the way. Maya Moore isn't just an influence. She's the gold standard. Total game. Big moments. Elevating everyone around her. I know Maya's your favorite. In a game to 11 against prime Maya Moore, what's the score? 11-0, Maya Moore, hands down. Not even one bucket? Nope, she's blocking everything. Now, here's the beautiful part. Clark watched Maya, now kids watch Clark. She bought Jimmer's hype, now her jerseys are flying off shelves. She crushed Pistol Pete's record while playing with that same joy. She breaks down LeBron's quarterbacking, steals KD's score from anywhere map, and rides Steph's range revolution like it's a moving sidewalk. 10 years from now, some rookie will say, Caitlin Clark made me believe. That's how this works. Influence compounds. Now, it is your turn. Rank these 6 influences. Who do you see most when she is out there playing? Curry's gravity, LeBron's vision, Maya's completeness, KD's versatility, Pistol's flair, or Jimmer's audacity? Tell me in the comments. What's the one move that defines her right now? Quick stats to watch. Check those early possessions, see where she goes immediately after the pass. If she touches it twice in one play, expect a high-value bucket or a cross-court dime. Defenses are tracking her at half court. Notice how that creates easy back cuts. Her out-of-timeout reads? That's LeBron-level control. Pure IQ on display. Watch for those three things and you'll see the influences in real time. The story starts with Maya's hug and ends with Caitlin embracing the entire game. Shooting, passing, leading, she does it all. She didn't pick a lane, she built a whole highway. That's why these comparisons never stick. She isn't the female Steph or ponytail Pete. She's the very first Caitlin Clark, built from pages she borrowed, but finishing a chapter she wrote entirely on her own. If this breakdown gave you a fresh perspective, hit like so other fans can find it too. Subscribe for smarter WNBA deep dives every week. Which influence should we break down on film next? Maya's winning habits, Steph's relocation moves, or LeBron's read progressions? Catch you in the next video.